Hey there, lovely souls. Welcome to my channel. If you're joining us for the first time, my name is Serenity, and you've landed on Magnetize Official, where we dive into all things life, love, spirituality, and, of course, the law of attraction. Let's get more information here. And I also want to know how this is related to the geomagnetic storm. One effect of this geomagnetic change is heightened sensitivity. I'm sensing that this masculine is feeling that as well. It's making them more sensitive to memories of their past, maybe getting emotional about things that happened before, or specifically about past events with you. I'm hearing, don't walk away. I see someone reaching out but grabbing thin air, feeling like you've slipped through their fingers. They have this heightened sense of sensitivity towards the emotions of losing you. I'm hearing, appreciating you now that you're gone. Maybe you did walk away from this person because the connection was creating a lot of anxiety or triggering deeper fears and insecurities. With anxiety in the reverse position or door to value reversed, you may not have seen any benefit in continuing the connection. There wasn't an equal value exchange. You were giving a lot, but due to their unhealed state, specifically with Healer of the Ages reversed, particularly when it came to the throat chakra, their authenticity, communication, and openness were lacking. Perhaps this person wasn't open or authentic with you, or they were inconsistent and unreliable in their communication. I'm hearing that someone became fed up with this dynamic and chose to walk away, to stabilize themselves. You might feel as though this person is back to disturb your peace or something, because it's almost like you've just really stabilized yourself and found peace within yourself. That's exactly the moment this person comes back into your life. For others, this might be predictive. If you've walked away and begun to find peace within yourself, to stabilize, this might be a prediction message. A strong timeline potential exists here, based on the current energy. Nothing is set in stone when we read what we call the future. We're really just reading into the strongest future timeline potentials based on the current energy. However, you are the all-powerful creator of your life, and have the ability, through shifting your energy, to align with any frequency you desire, and to manifest anything into your life. Anyway, I'm seeing something about pink flowers for someone. This is someone who seems to come back into your life right as you begin to feel really peaceful and stabilized within yourself. Maybe this person has a pattern of doing this. If they've been in your life for a while, they might tend to reach out or come back as soon as you fully detach or find peace and stabilize within yourself. This might be a twin flame situation for some, although that won't be the case for everyone. I'm hearing yo-yo. It might feel like a yo-yo with this person, where it kind of goes down and then bounces back up, volatile, meaning it's a bit unpredictable, although not exactly unpredictable, because the volatility itself is actually becoming predictable. You seem to now be recognizing this pattern. You pull back, detach, focus on yourself, stabilize, and then this person pops back into your life out of the blue. I keep hearing patterns, so there's some pattern you've been identifying with this particular person. I'm hearing, when will it end? You might wonder if this pattern will go on endlessly. Maybe you feel that because of this repeating pattern, this person or situation is keeping you in a state of limbo. I am hearing something about a different perspective, seeing it from a different perspective. Your guides might be trying to get you to look at your growth, this person's growth, or this situation from another point of view. There has been a progression here. It's just not been linear. There's been something evolving, growing, and expanding in a positive way, even if it doesn't look linear or clean-cut to your ego. The ego likes when things look very linear, measurable, and clean-cut. There's something about this situation that isn't so much something you can measure as something you sense. Yet, there has been growth. On your end, the growth has been in your strength, resiliency, and confidence. Not only in a general sense, but also in your confidence in your own intuitive abilities, living fully present in the moment and trusting that intuitive guidance given to you in the moment without doubting it. Recently, you've been able to connect the dots and see how your intuition guided you in a certain direction. It may not have made sense logically at the time, but you followed the guidance regardless. Looking back, you can see how things unfolded in pivotal, important, and synchronistic ways that only happened because you had the courage to follow your intuition, even when it didn't fully make sense. I see that your rise into this level of confidence has been highly triggering to this masculine energy in some way. On a deeper level, they recognize that you are not malleable, that you won't be pushed around. You are not going to waver from your own path or from following your intuition. Your intuition will always be open and authentic with you about what is going on within this masculine, even if they aren't in the 3D fully giving you that authentic, open, trustworthy communication. What that means is, when I say this is triggering to them, I mean it's not allowing them to hide or manipulate in any sense. It's not allowing them to connect with you from a superficial place or from a place of artificial healing, making it appear as though they've grown, evolved, or healed when they really haven't. That's not going to work on you because your intuition is very clear, always guiding you and letting you know through your instincts where you're feeling pulled and where you're feeling repelled. It shows or reveals to you what's going on within this masculine, whether you realize it or not. When you feel repelled away from this person, desiring to focus on yourself and your own space, not desiring to communicate or connect with them, it's because your intuition is aware that they aren't yet doing their healing work or haven't raised their vibration internally to connect with you in a mutually valuable and beneficial way. The end of 2023 and into 2024, especially for divine feminines, has been very much about reciprocated connection and getting very real and honest with oneself about who and what is feeding and nourishing you in return. For a while, you've been this generator of energy, this beacon of energy, giving people activation energy to push them in a direction that's going to awaken and heal them if they allow it. But the key is here. We as divine feminines are no longer being allowed to remain in connections where we are that beacon, generating energy into a void or a vacuum. We are now required to anchor in truly mutually reciprocated and beneficial connections, connections that feed, nourish, and support us in return. There is a call for this rebalancing to take place. At times, divine feminine, you may even feel a bit of guilt, wondering if you are receiving more than your share because you are being heavily blessed. For some of you on a different time segment or timeline of this collective, I might be speaking into the future where you are going to be heavily blessed. You are being asked to be prepared to receive those blessings without guilt, to recognize your worthiness of all the love, adoration, support, nourishment, resources, successes, and abundance you are receiving or will receive. All these things are meant to support you in a very powerful and important mission on this earth. With that mission in mind, I also want to share with you my personal, most powerful tool, specifically for those of you resonating as divine feminines. This is my subliminal called the Awakened Divine Feminine. This subliminal is essentially an activation for the depths of your divine feminine goddess essence and energy. It's meant to activate those goddess codes within you that allow you to effortlessly manifest your grandest soul dreams and desires that align with the deeper purpose you incarnated here to embody. For those of you who don't know, subliminals are so powerful because they are spoken. Affirmation tracks embedded within other meditation sounds, tones, and frequencies in such a way that allows the affirmations to bypass the conscious mind and make deeper, more lasting impressions on the subconscious mind. This is so powerful because it's actually the subconscious mind that controls 95% or more of our thoughts, and therefore our energy. Our energetic field is a reflection of our mind, but since 95% of the thoughts in our mind are subconscious, reprogramming the subconscious mind through subliminals acts as a backdoor fast track to manifesting in our lives. We're able to shift our energy much more quickly through reprogramming our subconscious thoughts. Personally, I started using subliminals several years ago. Prior to that, I had become aware of the law of attraction, manifestation meditation, and many different kinds of manifestation techniques. However, none of these techniques were bringing results into my life until I started using subliminals. When I began meditating with subliminals daily, I started to see the most powerful transformations, shifts, and manifestations in my life. There's clearly a lot of mirroring happening between you and this masculine, because it's almost as though, even though you might not consciously be thinking to yourself, "Oh, they are healing in this way, or not healing in that way," you are subconsciously aware of it because of the energy connection between the two of you. This very well could be a twin flame situation. I know I mentioned that initially in the reading, but I'm once again sensing that the two of you are in this constant energy exchange, which most likely indicates a twin flame connection or a very high-level soulmate. The progression of this connection depends on you, divine feminine, having the courage to follow your own intuition, even if at times it feels as though that intuitive voice is leading you away from this person. The greatest mental obstacle here for the ego is that sometimes the best, most healing, and most activating thing for this divine masculine, and your connection might actually be setting a boundary, pulling back your communication, focusing more on yourself, or even walking away from this person. Maybe you've already followed that guidance in the past and created that kind of space, but you still feel that connection. There might be this mind deception at times, this ego deception, trying to tell you to sacrifice your intuition for the sake of the spiritual connection that you feel with this person. But what I'm getting is that this is the greatest mind deception of all. It's your ego trying to latch on to the concept of a very real soul connection, whether it's a soulmate or a twin flame. The ego wants to latch onto that and then stifle or suffocate the process of expansion and evolution by convincing you to sacrifice your self-love and intuition, guiding you for the purpose of pleasing this physical person or seeming to facilitate a physical 3D connection with them in the moment. I'm getting the word preservation, so it may actually be, very counterintuitively or ironically, that you are preserving this connection for the long term when you make those intuitive choices to walk away, set a boundary, or choose yourself again if your intuition is leading you in that direction. The key here, through this whole reading, is to keep yourself closely attuned to where and how your intuitive voice is guiding you. It's like your invisible GPS system, always keeping you on track with your higher purpose and in resonance with your deeper core soul frequency. This naturally connects you with this person's pure soul essence, holding the space for their healing and expansion into the version of themselves that can connect with you in a consistent and harmonious way if that is something you desire. but I'm hearing that it's not possible through self-sacrifice. That is the ego lying to you, trying to get you to sacrifice yourself, your goals, your dreams, your self-love, and your intuition, to seemingly allow you to connect more with this person physically. It's actually pushing their soul away, in a spiritual sense, repelling the highest version of this connection, which is available and accessible to you, but not through self-sacrifice or sacrificing your intuition. That message is coming through very strongly. We're getting the card home, and I'm hearing you always find your way back home. As far as you go, you will always find your way back home. Maybe that is you and this person always seeming to find your way back to one another. I'm hearing you can't mess up what's truly meant for you. What's truly aligned with you or connected with you at a soul level will never pass you by. It will always remain in your orbit. And for those of you who do desire a connection with this person, at some point, I see again that it is something available and accessible to you. Now, for others of you, of course, you might not desire that kind of connection with this person, and that's perfectly all right as well. As I always emphasize in these readings, when you have a desire, that desire, if it's coming from a pure place within you, speaks to what is there for you already on a higher timeline. You can align with an unlimited number of timelines that carry different frequencies. Whenever we have a desire, it's because there is a higher timeline psychically calling to us. It's almost like we are seeing or sensing our own potential future when we are visualizing, when we are imagining that future within our own minds. So maybe this is also a call to incorporate some positive visualization into your daily practice, whether it's visualizing a certain goal or dream, or maybe the connection with this person. But I'm hearing, when you visualize, focus more on the feeling than the thing. How you want to feel within that vision. How you want to feel within that potential connection. And that will actually allow you to raise your vibration to that level more quickly than focusing on the details or focusing on the thing. As we wrap up this reading, keep in mind that you're never alone on this journey. You're surrounded by abundant support from the spiritual realm, your guides, ancestors, and the higher selves of those who deeply care about you. Even the masculine energy reaching out to you across space and time shows the profound connection you share. Trust in the divine timing of events and have faith that everything is unfolding just as it should. Even when it feels like you're flying solo, remember you're resilient, cherished, and exactly where you need to be on your path of self-discovery and empowerment. As we say goodbye for now, I'm sending each of you loads of love and light, filling your journey with blessings and guidance. If you found value in this reading and want more, engage with this content by liking, commenting, and subscribing to my channel. Share this message with anyone who might need comfort and inspiration. And if you're enjoying this content, consider giving a super thanks. It really helps the channel. Don't forget to subscribe for more updates. Thank you all for joining me on this journey of discovery and growth. Until we meet again, may you be blessed with courage, clarity, and unwavering faith in the beautiful journey ahead.